Are you not confident about how well you can facilitate a group of individuals who are there to get better at something, a lean event, a workshop? Do you feel like you're going to get embarrassed? Have you been embarrassed before? Have you experienced a workshop where it just didn't go well and you walked away feeling like you didn't add value to the group, the process what was clunky? Have you ever been there? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about the 5 most common mistakes that new green belts or seasoned green belts make when facilitating groups. Here we go. Number 1, not getting immediate feedback. As a green belt, it is very important that you are getting feedback on how well you're doing at any event, during any exercise. And the feedback needs to happen right away. Waiting causes forgetting. If it's a multi-day event, get feedback on how well that day went at the end of the day. You could wait until the end of the event, but most likely, especially if you're there for pretty much all the day or the entire day or even half the day, people are going to forget what happened on day 1, and you're going to have to remind them, or just simply get feedback at the end of each day. You could even get immediate feedback on how well an exercise went, an activity, like a SIPOC, suppliers, inputs, process, outputs, and customers, or a process map, or a note and vote. Any number of exercises that you run, you can get immediate feedback from the team on how well the exercise went right away. And you should get immediate feedback. That's a big mistake if you don't. You're missing out on valuable insight. People are going to forget what it is that you did that went well, didn't go well, and you're going to forget. When you do an introspection, when you look back at how well you did, you're going to forget. You're going to forget the nuances, the things that might build up over time, the consistent mistakes that you're making, just because you just don't see them. So get that immediate feedback. Number 2, the second biggest mistake that new green belts make when they're facilitating is not having a mentor. Not having someone that is experienced in facilitation, reviewing what you did, there to help you in real time, in situ. Sometimes you're on your own. But for me, I've experienced where there's usually someone experienced in facilitation that is there. And hopefully, if you're still a green belt, especially if you're a green belt in training, you should have an experienced person there. You should have a black belt there that is helping you, watching how you're doing, guiding you, and just, again, kind of going back to number 1, which is immediate feedback. They should be there witnessing how well you're doing. So that's mistake number 2, is just not having a mentor. Number 3, the third mistake is prioritizing tools over conversation. Prioritizing the SIPOCs, prioritizing the process maps, prioritizing the spaghetti diagrams, the circle diagrams, the histograms, like all these tools that are in our tool belt as green belts. Prioritizing doing those over simply having a conversation. How do problems arise? They arise in conversation. What do you do before you go into an event? Hopefully you're interviewing the people that are participating, the subject matter experts that are going to be in the event, in the workshop, curious about what's going on and what the outcome is going to be. Hopefully you've just started a conversation with them. You've gotten feedback from them. You know their hurts. You know their dreams, what they want to see out of this, their goals and objectives. You've talked about the process. You've gained a little bit of the understanding of what it is that they do, what it is you're there to help them solve. And when you prioritize tools over just a simple conversation, you're not really listening. you're going to miss out on the details and the nuances and the feelings and in the inflection that comes from people. We are there to help people improve processes. Processes don't improve by themselves. It takes human interaction. And when you inject human interaction, you inject emotionality, you inject mentality, you inject past experiences, and none of those come out in tools. So you have to have conversations. And within the use of tools, you're having conversations. But if you're just prioritizing, oh, this is what this is what this is called, this is exactly what we're going to do, go, bing, 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 boom, 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 knock it out, get it done, move on, next thing, and you're not taking time for real engagement and a real conversation, it's going to be flubbed event. It's just not going to work. So number 3 was prioritizing tools over conversation. Number 4, the number 4 mistake, the biggest mistake greenbelts make when facilitating, is using the same agenda. I get it. You have a template. You've probably been provided a template by the training organization, by your mentor if you've got a mentor, or organization, and you've got a standard template that you run events and workshops on. And it's a big mistake to not tweak it, to not adjust it, to not adapt it to your group, to the problem, to the situation, to the process. You have to look at it and you have to change it. It needs to be adapted, just like problem and solution. You're going to ideate around the agenda, and it should change. So I've seen it where, well, by the book people are just, well, it says this, we do this first, and then we do this, and then we do this, and then we wrap up, and then we're done. Right? That's what it is. Let's go. And that by the book works when you've got a really good team. When you've got a team of people that work together really well, and they already have experience understanding each other. And that just doesn't happen. That hardly ever happens. You're always pulling in people from across organizations, different supervisors, different activities, different expertise, disciplines, roles, all of that. And you just can't count on a fluid team that functions really well and can just pick up the template, pick up the standard agenda and run with it. So you have to adjust it. You have to adapt it to the group. The 5th and last biggest mistake I'm going to talk about in this video is not properly preparing yourself. And I'm not talking about, well, I built the agenda, we have a charter, we've got a problem statement, and I've done the interviews, I did the walkthroughs, the Gembas, I did all that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about preparing yourself as a facilitator, mentally and emotionally. It's a big draw. It pulls a lot on you. Trust, as an introvert, it pulls more. It pulls more on me. It takes more of my energy, more of my mental and emotional capacity to facilitate a group than it does an extrovert. And that's okay, because I prepare myself. I get ready to manage other people's emotions. I get ready to manage my own emotions. I think about difficult situations. I anticipate resistance. I anticipate personalities. And hopefully, if you've already had those conversations, like I alluded to earlier, not having those conversations and, prioritizing tools over people, hopefully you're prioritizing conversations. You've learned about the group. You've learned a little bit about how they talk, a little bit about how they interact, what their preferences are. Well, prepare yourself to interact with them on a deeper level or for a longer duration, not just a 20-minute conversation, but several hours, maybe even several days, depending on the event. So anticipate and prepare yourself. Practice in front of a mirror, practice in front of a camera. Just practice. and you will feel so much better about your preparation. Walking in and stepping in front of that group, you're just going to feel good. You're going to feel ready for whatever. So again, that mistake was not properly preparing yourself. So hopefully you found some value in this video. I appreciate your time. Please consider watching more. This is early in my channel. We're talking about, and I'm talking to green belts about facilitation skills. If maybe even you're a black belt and you haven't facilitated in a while and you need some refreshers, and I hope you find this channel, my channel, to be a good refresher for you. Hopefully I'm bringing up some new things that maybe you didn't think of before. But no matter if you're a green belt or black belt or green belt in training, I really hope you found value in this video. Have an awesome day.